Don't want anyone artificially impeding my ability to make as much money as I can. I'm going to get paid as much as anyone is willing to pay me. And I say that about the live golfers, even though I hate what's happening with the sport. Someone's offering you all that money, take it. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you shouldn't. And in no way am I critical of Dabo Swinney getting all that money. He's a great coach. He's built an unbelievable program. Clemson has long been a good football program, a good football school, but it has not been what it is now. It has not been something that he has turned it into, where they won a couple of national championships. So now, if he's not in the playoff, people are devastated. It's like it's been a huge step back. That's not what Clemson was before he started coaching there. So that's worth a lot of money. There are major financial ramifications for having that kind of success. So good for him. He should get every penny he wants. But I want to ask you a question. Does anyone have an issue with him getting paid that kind of money and saying the kinds of things he says about players getting paid? All right, so I just went back and found this quote. It is from April of this year. It's not very long ago, right? April of 2022. Nuno, I'm reading the quote right now. This is Dabo when asked about kids getting paid, players getting paid. He said, quote, "I am against anything that devalues education. That's what I'm against. I am for anything that incentivizes education. People will come after me because I've always said that I'm against the professionalization of college athletics, and I am. Kids don't know what they don't know. That's a slippery slope if you professionalize college athletics. And now you've got salaries and taxes, and you can fire kids on the spot, and they've got to pay for their tuition, and they pay for their housing and everything else." What that sounds like to me is a person who is talking about other things. We ask a question, do you think kids should get paid? And he says, I'm against anything that devalues education. Now, I don't know everything, but I do know this. Paying collegiate athletes is not equal to devaluing education. You can value education. No one believes in education more than I do. Education for education's sake. My mother was a third-grade teacher. I believe in education. I would like both of my kids to be as educated as they possibly can be. And if anyone ever asks me, is it worth getting a degree in this or a degree in that, I always say, education is never a bad idea. It also doesn't have a damn thing to do with name, image, and likeness, college athletes getting paid, or anything else. So, Nuno, I ask you, and I'm putting this in the form of a question. Do you see it as incongruous, as inconsistent, or do you have any issue with Dabo Swinney being as publicly against college players getting paid as he has continued to be while getting a contract that is worth $115 million?
All this does for me is just reiterate that anything that Dabo says about NIL or guys getting paid is just white noise, because he is the poster child for the highest profile coach, right, of complaining about this and saying guys shouldn't get paid, and all of a sudden now you're sitting on $11.5 million. Dabo, if you're so worried about education, you could take less and tell those guys, hey, tell Clemson, put that money into educational programs, right? Like, show that you actually care about the quote-unquote education. So, well, you know, and yes, we don't know what else is he doing and so forth.
Again, but, not what you're doing, what I just accused him of doing.
Yes.
Which is you're conflating two things that don't have to go together. He may genuinely believe in education. For all I know, he's doing everything you can do to promote education at Clemson and other places. I don't know that. What I'm saying is that doesn't have a damn thing to do with what we're talking about. Do you have an issue with a man who's getting paid $115 million and has great authority? His voice carries great weight in that sport. Publicly speaking, against the people who are making him that money. I mean, these kids choose. The reason he's getting paid that money is because these players choose to come play there for him, and they do it well. Do you have a problem with a person in his position getting paid that much money, standing in the way, which is what he is indirectly doing, of his players getting some of it?
I don't, because at the end of the day, these student athletes who have the choice of either come to Clemson or not will then, when they start deciding not to go there because Dabo is saying these things, he'll get his comeuppance. Like, that's, I think, the win for it. Like, he can say whatever he wants. These guys, we're at a point now that they're going to get paid. So, like, Dabo, just sit in your on your $115 million contract and be quiet.
Well, look, I mean, they can stop going to play all they want. These guys have guaranteed contracts, unlike NFL quarterbacks. Dabo Swinney's going to get paid $115 million no matter what happens. So these players can choose to go there, choose not to go there. They can win, they can lose, anything else. But he's going to get paid all that money. Bubba, because it's an interesting question, because there is a part of me that does feel like I understand if someone says, Greeny, he can feel his getting paid all that much money isn't necessarily inconsistent with, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not hypocritical, because they aren't the same thing. So do you, Bubba, now we're just into people's opinion, do you have a problem with the guy who gets paid that much money standing in the way of the players getting paid?
Yeah, I think it just kind of rubs you the wrong way, the way he just talks about it. So just kind of, it just doesn't feel right the way he kind of always talks about it. And I used to always be against players getting paid for a long time, but then now I've kind of completely come around to it and definitely am in favor of it. And I think, yeah, just all the comments he says against it, I think it does kind of rub you the wrong way. And then see him get all this money, like you said, it's all because of the players. I think it does. It just doesn't sit right and feel right. That I feel like you said, he is part of the reason I feel like they're not going to be getting more money. Is if coaches like him keep saying they shouldn't get paid and they shouldn't get money, he's one of the reasons that's happening. So yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the smell test. Like you just know something that doesn't sound right when you hear it. And so look, again, I want to make my position clear. Good for him. If someone wants to pay you $115 million to do your job, take it. And the only way you shouldn't take it is if someone else is willing to pay you $116. So I don't have any issue with him getting paid all that money. He's worth it. I just don't love the fact that he has been so public in his standing in the way of the players getting their share. Greeny presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. Meanwhile,
just going to sit back and have a little story time.
Tell me a story.
Quick story about education for education's sake. Nuno, I think you were the one who sent this to me. You see the story about Todd Bowles?
Yep.
Todd Bowles, head coach, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, completed the requirements for a Bachelor of Science in Youth and Community Development at Mount St. Mary's University, fulfilling a longtime promise to his mother to go back and earn his degree, one that inspires his children to forge their own paths in desired fields, respectively. Todd Bowles, this offseason, went back and got his degree from Mount St. Mary's because, A, he promised his mother he would, and B, he wanted to inspire his own children to understand the value of education. I love that story. I like Todd very much. And by the way, as I continue to read that story, listen to what he studied. In addition to completing assignments about the teachings of Plato and Aristotle, Bowles developed and presented his philosophy of coaching, as well as strategies, struggles, and barriers in developing a team and individuals for the good in both football and life. So he was able to marry what is his expertise, which is coaching, understanding of leadership and all that, all the principles, whatever it is he knows, and marry that together with what it is he studied, which include the teachings of Plato and Aristotle. I found that fascinating. Good for you, Todd Bowles. Well done. Went back and got his degree. All right, coming up next, the best reason they're expanding the college playoff, plus we continue getting you ready for the start of the NFL season. My green list today involves players who we haven't seen in a while who are going to make a big difference. They're next. This is Greeny on ESPN Radio.
Separating the contenders from the pretenders.
If you go from Matt Ryan to me at quarterback, you're going to have bad body language too.
The very latest from the National Football League. Every morning with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max at 6 Eastern. Followed by Greeny.
Back and better than ever, Greeny.
On ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
So DraftKings Sportsbook asked me, Kevin Hart, actor, comedian, comedic rock star, and lifelong Eagles fan, Go Birds, to fill you in on their latest offer. New customers can now bet $5 on the NFL and get $200 in free bets instantly. Hold up, wait a minute. Not only do I get $200 win or lose, but I get it instantly? Come on, DraftKings. You're not going to make me work for it? Sweat it out for at least a minute? Feel some extra bumps in my chest while the game's going on? You're crazy, DraftKings. Crazy.
Get action you can count on at DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now, use promo code GREENIE. Bet $5 on any NFL team and get 200 in free bets instantly. That's promo code GREENIE at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for terms and resources. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. One per new customer. Minimum $5 deposit and wager. $200 issued as $25 free bets.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
For college football fans, Saturday in the fall means game day. But now passionate fans everywhere can experience game day every day at the new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A Fan Experience, now open in downtown Atlanta. The College Football Hall of Fame features over 30,000 square feet of interactive exhibits, putting fans closer to the game than ever before, including a 3-story helmet wall displaying every college football team helmet, kick field goals on a 45-yard long indoor football field, sing your favorite team's fight song in a karaoke challenge, and have your face painted digitally through one of the many interactive exhibits. Whether you're a diehard college football fan or a mom looking for a fun family outing, you'll find it all at the College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A Fan Experience. Get your tickets today by calling 404-880-4800 or visiting cfbhall.com.
To celebrate the Olympic Games, Bridgestone is giving away prizes. You could instantly win a $10,000 Bridgestone Visa prepaid card and other great prizes every day when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires. Stop by Firestone Complete Auto Care today. No purchase necessary. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 and older. Limit 2 entries per person. Ends August 21st. For official rules and to enter without purchase, visit BridgestoneWin.com. Limit one $10,000 Visa prepaid card daily fulfilled by mail. Prizes awarded subject to verification. Visa prepaid card may be used anywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. Cards issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, under license from Visa USA Inc. Neither Bancorp Bank nor Visa USA Inc. are a sponsor of or affiliated with this promotion.
Napa know-how.
Smartphone speakers. They're about as effective as chopping firewood with a butter knife. A rusty, dull butter knife. So pick up a wireless Bluetooth speaker at Napa for just $26.99. With a rechargeable battery, 33-foot range, and rugged waterproof case, it does the one thing your phone is terrible at: play music. The Napa Bluetooth speaker, now just $26.99. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 8/31/16.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my home.
Is that the SEC relishes the role of being, in the Southeast? Look, being the Southeastern Conference with teams all over the country would be as dumb as calling yourself the Big Ten with 16 teams. Of course, the 10 will tell you that the term Big Ten is now a noun and not an adjective. Ask your English teacher what I'm talking about if you don't know. I mean, look, their logo. A Big Ten. You don't even know what the hell it just looks big. Just says big. It's supposed to look like 6. I don't know. They had it one time. It looked like a Big Ten with 11 teams when Penn State joined. Now it's a Big Ten with 14 teams, and now it's going to be the Big Ten with 16 teams. And Big Ten. It's just a Big Ten. Big Ten is just a name. Big Ten is a way of life. Big Ten is a name. Big Ten is a place where Wolverine Dan and Keith the Michigan fan and these people live. They just live in their heart in just a place called Big Ten. And Badger Larry, they're just Big Ten people. They don't care how many teams are in a conference. They're Big Ten people. If the SEC were to go all over the country, they couldn't be the Southeastern Conference. They'd have to call themselves the American, and that name's already taken. Or Conference USA, and that name is already taken. It's like when the ECHL didn't stand for East Coast Hockey League anymore. So I was a broadcaster in the ECHL of the Florida Everblades. And ECHL stands for East Coast Hockey League. And we used to have a segment called Around the Coast and so on. Well, the ECHL merged with the PCL, the Pacific Coast League. And then now the ECHL had teams, I don't know if they still do, but now the ECHL had teams in California and in Arizona and all over the country. There were ECHL teams everywhere. So they said, okay, we got to come up with a new name. We can't be the East Coast Hockey League when we got teams in the Pacific Coast. So they deliberated, and weeks and months went by. And then we got the official notice right before the season started, and it said, okay, the East Coast Hockey League is now called the ECHL. We're like, what? Yes, it's just the ECHL, but it doesn't stand for East Coast Hockey League. It just stands for ECHL. What? Yes. Well, hell, look at the SPHL. Look at the Southern Professional Hockey League, where the Havoc play. What is Southern about Quad Cities and Peoria and Vermilion County, which is in Illinois? Why is it still the SPHL, the Southern Professional Hockey League? What, south of Canada? Over there in that little glass room with the slanted ceiling playing the Play Doesn't Matter and the stacks of wax and answering the phones and making us sound good. Boning up for Beat the Big Dog. I didn't even know what he went last week. I think he went maybe 3-3, something like that. I don't know. It's Grizzy the Greek.
Who in the blue hell are you? What is your name? Detective It doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together out of spit and polish.
I think this is one of the traits of a really good producer. Keep the talent happy.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That Tom? Hey, Tom.
Testosterone high today. Testosterone, whatever the it is.
It really doesn't matter what you think. All right? It really doesn't matter what you say.
Any of you play sports?
So, Grace, you think Buckhorn plus 2.5 tonight against Hazel Green? At Hazel Green.
Yeah, no, I was just running around with someone I'd seen do it up in Ohio, and I just thought it was pretty funny to kind of throw those around.
Well, Hazel Green is playing at home. That's supposed to be worth 3 points, although it's a natural surface, so you'd think that that's the same.
It might be some home cooking, too. Who knows?
This is the you think that. Listen, the referees are not going to.
I'm still, grumpy over that game.
I know. I had a text message on that. The referees at the cover the game are not favoring Hazel Green against Grissom. So you say Buckhorn plus 2.5. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think Hazel Green should be about maybe a 3.5, 4 point favorite in that game. I mean, I'm just saying they're at home. They've got the 2 wins.
Yeah.
I think Hazel Green may be a little bit more of a slight favorite.
If anyone's taking this advice, that's awful. That's horrible. But
if you're putting action on it, I'll say this. I'll put the back number on that game. Let's see. Hazel Green averages 19 points a game, and Buckhorn averages 17 points a game.
Yeah.
What's that, 36?
Yeah.
I put the back number on this game at 41. I would take the under. I think the totals on this game about 41 and a half, somewhere in there. That's where I would go with it. Maybe Magoo could put a line on the high school games. Maybe, by the way, starting on Sunday morning, the Morning Dew with John Boy Dewey Magoo.
Yeah.
The Morning Dew, and he is going to basically be handicapping, the NFL day every Sunday morning from 9 to 10 before the Synyard Bama recap show. Synyard Bama recap show is every Sunday morning from 10 to 11 with their Moulton and Darman.
Yeah.
Before that, it will be the Morning Dew. Give you a handicapping show on the NFL. Maybe talk a little bit about the college day the day before, but look at the early lines going into the college football weekend, but more handicapping the NFL. That's good stuff. And then our coverage of the Falcons will begin at 11 o'clock for their big game at home against the Saints.
The Aints.
You think it made it in to beat the big dog?
I highly doubt it.
Saints and Falcons on our.
I feel like you put this game tonight on Beat the Big Dog than you did.
You think tonight would make it into
tonight's and yeah.
I got 3 NFL games in here, so it's tonight's game is going to be in there. It could be in there. Could be in there. We'll see. See what I got going for you.
We'll
I mean, what would be
we'll
the games?
have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think you could guess maybe what the 3 college games would be, but
yeah,
we'll have to see how that all shakes out. By the way, phone lines are open right now. I got like a minute or two. I don't mind sticking a call in here or now. See what we get to. I got some other stories I want to get to as well. I got a couple of broadcasting type things that I want to get to. I'll tell you one of them. I think we know who's going to replace Lee Corso as the cartoon character on College Game Day. Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee has been added to the crew as a permanent fixture going into week 3, which is very telling. I mean, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't put a guy on week 3. Right?
I mean, he's like the perfect guy to do it though.
Oh, perfect.
You can throw a guy like that though. He's gonna crush it. Everyone's gonna love it. Everyone's gonna be half drunk anyway at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I love it because I love it because I'll tell you why I love it. I like his show. I liked him when he was on the Mad Dog Radio. But here's the thing: what I love about it is that he won't be cussing. The one thing about his show is that he drops F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that on my radio. I don't want to hear F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb. It makes it very difficult to listen to me. I don't need to hear that. I'm not in the locker room. Listen to a radio show. So he is extremely talented, and he can be very good without all the vulgarity. So I'm looking forward to him on College Game Day. But I think it's very talented that they put him in, that his first show is going to be week 3. They spend the whole summer working on that. They made the announcement weeks ago who the broadcast crew was going to be. I think they took one look at Lee Corso. Corso's not going away. He's not replacing Corso. Not this year.
They should have saw that 5 years ago.
But they could see, I think what happened is they week 1, week 2, and they're like, we got to start grooming the guy. We got to start grooming the replacement.
Yeah.
We got to get, because Corso is done after this show.
Desmond Howard's over here making ridiculous picks and everything like that. They've got to put someone that's actually, like, I'm sorry, they got to have some creative guys on there, too.
I'm not looking for some, listen,
yeah.
We're not going to get a lot of in-depth analysis. We'll get that out of Kirk. We're not going to get a lot of in-depth analysis on McAfee. McAfee is going to be class clown. McAfee is going to be talking about atmosphere.
What people
McAfee, he'll be, that's right. He's going to be playing it up to the crowd. McAfee's going to be outstanding on game day. Outstanding. Text window. John Boy Dewey Magoo finally got his own show. It's about time. Danny T. Well, there's a ringing endorsement. Is Magoo on the line? Let me talk to him. Let me talk to my broadcast partner. Hey.
Danny T.
Danny
is
T.
endorsing me.
Danny T, you got an endorsement from Danny T. That's a kiss of death.
Oh, my gosh.
This is going to be interesting. I'll just say this about that. You have been a great sidekick to me over the years. You do a fine job as my color commentator on Buckhorn Bucks football. There's no doubt. It's a little bit different when your name is on the show. That's all I'm going to say. It's a little bit different when you're the one bringing it in out of the break. When you're the one opening up the show. Just saying.
No doubt. Hey, but, great job by ESPN. That Pat McAfee, man, that's a great pull.
Yeah.
Great pull by them, man. Looking forward to that.
And it'll be an easier transition when they have to put down Lee Corso at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because we'll be ready to move on to McAfee.
So I was listening to you guys. I'm actually driving right now. I'm driving south, and I'm going to be turning around coming back north. So, but here's what I will do: when I get to a stopping point, I'll text you, and I'll give you the line on the game tonight. Are we even able to say that?
I don't think. See, it's like when Kirk Herbstreit is doing a game. he can't pick the game that he's doing because it would, against the line. So, but you could say, I think that Hazel Green, not a touchdown favorite, but a little bit more than a field goal favorite, having watched their last 2 games on film, and having done the last 2 Buckhorn games, I think that Hazel Green is a slight favorite, but I think Buckhorn has an excellent opportunity if they play mistake-free. John, we did the game last week. You don't win when you turn a ball over 5 times. You can't win a game when you turn a ball over 5 times.
No, nobody's going to win doing that. And here's the thing, Tom. I mean, I think over the history of the Cotton Classic, really, there's only like 3 to 5 points. I can't remember exactly that really is the difference over the history of this game. And so, I mean, you got Hazel Green. I mean, they're rushing for. Last week they rushed for over 200 yards. They passed for over 200 yards. So you're tough to beat when you do that, and especially at home. So it should be good. But just between us, and then you can share if you like. I'll say.
By the way, 300-point difference in the 60 games they've played so far. Buckhorn 1,377 points to 1,078 points. There's one tie in the series, John. It's 37-22 and 1. Do you know when the tie was?
I'm going to say the tie was in, and I'm literally guessing here, 2010.
The very first game, 1963. Were you alive? You weren't even alive in 1963. 14-14 tie in 1963. And I'll tell you something else. All right? Not that I do any research or anything, but this will be the 6th Thursday night game they've played in the series, in the 61 years history of the series. And the series is 2-2-1 on Thursday nights. Believe it or not, the first game was a Thursday night game, and it was the tie, the only tie in the history of the series. How about that?
Wow, good info. So who won the Heisman in '63?
1963 Heisman Trophy was won by Roger Staubach, Roger the Dodger of the Navy.
That's right. That's right.
You can't slip that stuff past me. Come on now. I was alive then. I was only 2 years old, but I was alive. I was 2. All right, brother.
All right. See you later.
I'll see you tonight. All right. I'm going to get a break. When we come back, Steve Merrill. You can't slip that stuff by me. Don't be asking me who won the 63 Heisman. Grizz, do you even know who Jimmy the Greek is? You've heard the term, right? You're not old enough to have seen Jimmy the Greek. But
no, I'm not old enough, but no.
Have you heard of Jimmy the Greek?
I've heard it, but you'd have to remind me.
Jimmy the Greek was the first TV handicapper on the NFL Today with Brent Musburger.
Okay.
And Jimmy the Greek and Brent Musburger did fantastic segments. Just look up Jimmy the Greek. And he would pick all of it again. And then the NFL told them after like 5 or 6 years, the NFL told him to stop it because the NFL didn't want the reference to the lines. So Jimmy the Greek would pick the games with Brent. I mean, we all know Brent Musburger is a gambler. That's why he does VEASAN now. He's always been a gambler his whole life. So he's always been fascinated with the lines. So Brent Musburger and Jimmy the Greek, they did outstanding segments. And Jimmy the Greek ended up he was one of the first people to get canceled. Jimmy the Greek got canceled in, I don't know when it was, in the 80s sometime, because Jimmy the Greek, what did he say? Oh, Jimmy the Greek said that black players ran faster than white players because they were bred differently by their masters back in the slave days, and because of coming from Africa, their body shape was different, that their butts were higher and they had thinner hamstrings and thinner calves than white players who are European background had fatter, short hamstrings and short calves. O.J. Simpson said the exact same thing. Like you'd look at Norm Bulash or Don Nottingley or the white running backs back in the 60s and 70s compared to the African-American running backs, and the African-American running backs were built like sprinters. O.J. said the same thing. Jimmy the Greek got canceled, and we never heard from him again because he said that. He said what O.J. Simpson said. All right, we'll get a break. We'll come back. Steve Merrill is next from Pro Sports Info on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, if you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
Hey there, folks. Head fry cook Bob Baumhauer here, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Baumhauer's Victory Grill to serve you for 40 legendary years. When I first delivered Alabama's first taste of buffalo wings back in 1981, people thought I was crazy. For the first few years, I had to give wings away. Imagine that. 40 years later, I'm still proud to serve the great people and visitors of Alabama our famous buffalo wings and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun, legendary food, and many, many more.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Do you know that your car or truck or SUV may be worth up to 30 or 40% more than it was last year? It's true. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up to a gold certified or blue certified pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or crossover. While our new vehicle inventory continues to build back, our Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles are nearing 100 models to choose from, and a good variety too. Woody Anderson Ford Gold certified vehicles are 6 years or younger with less than 80,000 miles and have passed a 172-point inspection by factory certified technicians. They have a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee, a great comprehensive limited warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and go home with full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Get nearly a new ride and none of the worries. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan Spartman, hope to see you soon.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A beautiful Thursday afternoon across North Alabama, southern and middle Tennessee. A mostly to partly sunny sky, temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. I don't think it's going to be as humid this afternoon as it has been over the last couple of days. Not really any rain in the forecast this afternoon either. Enjoy Thursday while you can because everything goes downhill as we head into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms through Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Activity only becomes more widespread the later we get. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Eli Gold, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, more of the Thom Abraham Show on your home for Crimson Tide Sports 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Roll Tide.
The segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by BetUS.com. Back for their 28th year of NFL action beginning tonight. They got the industry's biggest sign-up bonus, up to 200%. BetUS offers their members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite leagues, including college football, the NFL, and Major League Baseball, and more. Look, you need a sports book with integrity and longevity. You need to know that you're going to get paid, all right? You need a sports book that offers everything, including live betting and MMA and whatever it is that you want to bet on, esports, golf, horses, whatever. They get it done at BetUS.com. Now, when you go to BetUS.com to sign up, use the promo code WZZN. That's WZZN. That's your promo code when you set up at BetUS.com. All right, joining us now from ProSportsInfo.com, the guy that's going to help you make those bets is Steve Merrill, and he is on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Steve, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, Tom, doing well.
All right, Steve. Tonight, we get things started with the Buffalo Bills as a 2.5-point favorite at the Rams, and the Bills are now the favorite to win the Super Bowl at plus 650, which means there's no chance in hell they're going to win the Super Bowl, right? I mean, isn't it like it's like being preseason AP number one in college football? Very rarely does it work out that that's the team that ends up winning the national championship. I think in the NFL, it's very, very rare that the preseason favorite is the one that ends up winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I mean, keep in mind, it's like with NASCAR, right? We see like a 6-1 favorite. That's a pretty low favorite, for the NFL. It's a pretty low favorite for NASCAR, obviously, but it's still when so you think, oh, they're the favorite, but then you remember 6-1 means, there's a 5 out of 6 chance they don't win, which is an 83% chance they don't win. So it's still like only a 17% chance at 6-1. So odds are they won't win the Super Bowl for that reason, but no question, at least from the odds makers' perspective, they are the strongest team coming in. I mean, look, they're the road favorite against the defending Super Bowl champs. This will be my 27th football season. I started in August of 1996 as a full-time professional sports bettor and handicapper, and I don't think I've ever seen, that I recall, a home underdog in week one that was the Super Bowl champ. And on top of that, Tom, they play next Monday night at home against Tennessee, and there's a bettable advanced line out of that right now. They're a 7.5-point favorite over the Titans next week on week 2. So that shows you how strong Buffalo's going to be. The big question is, can you make money playing them this year? Because obviously there's going to be a premium priced into every line.
You can make money fading them, I think, including tonight, as far as I'm concerned. But it's almost kind of unfair, too, because they play tonight, and then you say they play Monday Night Football next week. So they're getting the, you already get like the mini bye when you play on Thursday night, and then you get another night. I mean, that's kind of, that ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, it's setting up like the league maybe wants Buffalo there. Maybe they're trying to make up for that travesty that was their coin flip loss in the Kansas City playoff game. And that really was bad because obviously I think everyone would agree whoever wins that coin flip wins that game, and Kansas City was fortunate enough to do it, because otherwise we might be talking about a different defending Super Bowl champ in this game tonight.
The Buccaneers are the second favorite. Look, Tom Brady wanted to retire. He didn't want to play football this year. Maybe he did and maybe he didn't. His wife definitely doesn't want him to play football. He takes 11 days off in the middle of something's going on. I mean, there's trouble in paradise there with Tom and the model. I'm just saying there's all these rumors about her moving out of the house and everything else. I think it's going to manifest itself on the field. Plus, they got Todd Bowles, who, is a fine coach, but we don't know, when you're making a change like that automatically, they're going back to the Super Bowl. I think the Saints might be better than some people think. I could see the Bucs slipping a little bit here. I don't like the Bucs as the second favorite to go to the Super Bowl or to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I would agree. I think part of the reason is just the NFC is so wide open this year. You can really make an argument for 4 or 5 different teams from the NFC, and I think they just kind of put the Bucs there because Brady is back. But I agree with you. I was doing some research on that last night. He's talking a lot differently. He's even said, when I was 25, football was my life. I ate, breathed, and slept football. And he goes, once you get older, you have different priorities with family, kids, and other things. And I agree with that, but I'm not sure that's what you want to hear as your franchise, if you're trying to win. And like you said, there's been some changes also within the coaching staff. So I just think that probably is not the favorite coming in. I mean, the Packers have some questions as well, but I would rather have a healthy Aaron Rodgers nowadays as opposed to a healthy Tom Brady.
I'm going Packers-Chiefs in the Super Bowl with the full understanding that they both have lost their top receivers with Devontae Adams and with Tyreek Hill. I understand all of that. But still, there's problems with everybody. I mean, the 5th or 6th favorite is the Los Angeles Chargers. How about make the playoffs first? This is to win the Super Bowl. And then you got the 49ers and the Broncos and Trey Lance. I don't know nothing. When Jimmy Garoppolo takes over week 5, maybe they go to the Super Bowl because he takes them to the championship game in the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson and the Broncos. I think that's one of the most overpriced things going on. Everybody has some flaws. That's one of the things that makes the NFL tough to predict.
No question about it. I mean, we talked about how Buffalo is a road favorite tonight as the defending Super Bowl champs. They're going to be more than a touchdown favorite over Tennessee next week. Yet their season win total is still just 11.5, which means they should go 12-5 or 11-6. They're going to be favored. Obviously, if they're favored at the Super Bowl champs tonight, they're going to be favored in every single game this year, except for maybe Week 18 if it's a meaningless game. Yet the odds makers are still saying they're going to lose 5 to 6 games. That just shows you how competitive the NFL is.
When we look at the other end, look, nobody expected that the Cincinnati Bengals were going to the Super Bowl last year. And they made the Super Bowl. They were a bottom 5, 6, 7 pick in terms of, their odds. And when we look down the line at those teams, those are people like this is where Cincinnati was last year. They were in this group. Giants, Lions, Jaguars, Jets, Bears, Seahawks, Falcons, Texans. They were in that group of teams last year and went to the Super Bowl. Is there, and I'll even include the Panthers in that. Are any of those teams, I mean, can you in your wildest dreams say that we'll be sitting here in January talking about, the Packers playing the Jets in the Super Bowl? I mean, can you imagine any of them making that kind of a move?
Well, it's interesting because Cincinnati was 4-11-1 the year before last year, and they were 2-14 the year before that. So they'd gone 6-25 the 2 previous seasons. And like you said, they make it all the way to the Super Bowl and they lose by 3. I do think they regress. Obviously the Super Bowl loser has a history of underperforming the following season. It's almost a 50-50 proposition. They even make the playoffs. Over-under for season wins is 9.5 with the Bengals. I was hoping it was higher because I like the under still, but, obviously that's only 9-8 or 8-9 to cash that. But historically, these teams regress. And if there's ever one that kind of fits that mode, it's a Cincinnati team that, had to win back-to-back upsets just to make the Super Bowl, is a team that had only won 6 games the previous 2 seasons combined. And I think they're in a tough division. Obviously, Baltimore should be tough. I think Pittsburgh could be a little sneaky in Game 1 on Sunday, at Cincinnati. And I think that's going to be a tough season for the Bengals. I do not see them repeating.
All right, so we got Beat the Big Dog coming up at the top of the hour. I promised the listeners that I'd throw some of these games at you and let you kind of give your thoughts on them anyway. I did go 4-2 against the spread in the first week of Beat the Big Dog. I'm historically good early, and then when the college falls off and it's all NFL, it catches up to me later on in the year sometimes. But I was a half a point away from 5-1. I did have Purdue plus the 3.5 at home, and they got beat by 4 in that game. So I was just a hook away from 5-1 against the spread week 1. And now we've got this week 2 deal. How about the Saints and the Falcons? This is a game that'll be on our air. The Saints are a 5.5 point favorite at the Falcons. Falcons rolling out Marcus Mariota. They got some parts on offense. Falcons coming in there with Jameis Winston. Dennis Allen takes over as the head football coach. He's basically been the head coach of the defense up until this point. What are your thoughts about the Saints at the Falcons as a 5.5 point road favorite?
Yeah, it's interesting. You mentioned the Saints earlier. A lot of people are down on them. But I've talked to some people, like you said, you think they could be better than expected. One thing that seems like a consensus is Atlanta's going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. And this has historically been a very tight series, obviously. I mean, if you go back for decades now, a lot of 3-point wins by both teams. So the line has gone from 3.5 this summer up to 5.5 now in a lot of locations. So there's been a lot of money coming in on the Saints. It's crossed some key numbers there. And I think home dogs also, just a general point, in week 1, you can make a case that home field's a little stronger for these bad teams. You look at the Jets, they're a big home dog. The Lions are a big home dog. But, the fans are going to come out and support these teams. The Bears, another big home dog, and Atlanta somewhat, but the season, everyone is still 0-0. Everyone's still in the playoff hunt. So I think the Falcons are probably catching the Saints at a better time right now as opposed to later in the season when it's going to probably be over for them.
The Patriots and Mac Jones going against another, his former mentor, if you will, Tua Tagovailoa. Patriots are getting 3.5 at Miami. Again, they say Tua had a great camp. He's got himself Tyreek Hill. He's got himself Jalen Waddle. He's got some parts now. They got a new coach there. The kid comes over from the San Francisco 49ers. It's Bill Belichick, really, really having to make a statement now in year 3 without Tom Brady. What do you think about the Patriots getting 3.5 at the Dolphins?
Yeah, what's interesting about this line is it opened 3 this summer, but about a week and a half ago, it was as low as 2.5 across the board. So it's now gone from 2.5 a few weeks ago up to 3.5. And as you know, Tom, the most critical number in all of sports betting is 3 in the NFL. There's about a 10% chance that a favorite's going to win by exactly 3 points. So definitely lost some value now if you like the Dolphins. And, I do think Miami might be the better team this season. But once again, a full off season to prepare. You've got Belichick against a young, a new head coach. So that's the matchup that concerns me here, although I think the Dolphins might be the better team.
All right, on Saturday, I thought this was a fascinating comparison. So on Saturday, Auburn is a 23.5-point favorite at home against San Jose State. Okay, Auburn, just put that number off to the side. They're a 23.5-point favorite at home against San Jose State. Alabama is a 20.5-point favorite at Texas. I mean, so I went and looked at the look ahead, and it was like 24.5. I'm like, what does that say about Alabama and Auburn? That game will be played in Tuscaloosa. It's 24.5, but those numbers would suggest that it's even more. I don't know if it's an indictment on Auburn that they're only 23.5-point favorites against San Jose State. But what do you think about Alabama? That 20.5 at Texas, does that seem a little too rich? Because that thing used to be, I thought all summer long it was hanging around 16, 17. Now it's 20.5.
Yeah, and obviously you're going to pay, we talked about the Buffalo Bills, you're going to pay a premium with them every week, and you're going to kind of pay a premium with Alabama. And the funny thing is, I didn't think last week we were paying a premium because, as you know, we used them as the best bet. We laid the 41.5. My power ratings headed a full touchdown higher, and they win 55-0. And it's hard for me to imagine that them winning 55-0 versus 42-0 was what the spread said it should be, would all of a sudden make everyone jump on Alabama. I think part of it maybe is that Oregon lost so bad to Georgia. Although Ohio State did not cover, they won. But Notre Dame was considered the number 5 team in the country, even though my power ratings favored both Georgia and Ohio State as far as line value goes last week as well. So, maybe the public saw those big favorites cash. As you know, Tom, we went 3-0 on Saturday. We had 3 big favorites, including Michigan, and they all romped.
Yeah.
So I think maybe for that reason, there's a premium this week on some of the power teams.
Yeah. I was shocked when I saw your recommendations come out, and you were on all of the big favorites, and they all cashed. There was no doubt about it. 3-0 is always good. I don't know. I'm not the numbers guy that you are, but I think that 3-0 is good against the spread. I'm pretty sure that you get to go out to dinner after 3-0.
Well, the funny thing is too, for several years now, we've played pretty much big favorites in week 1 with success. And like you said, 3-0 Saturday. We won last year doing it as well. And it just goes back to the fact you have to know what the true line should be. It's like if a line for the Michigan game, for example, they were 30.5. My line made it 37. So the line wasn't high enough against Colorado State. Colorado State had a new coaching staff, young team on the road. Harbaugh had a history of blowing out opponents. So you have to know what the true line should be, and then you kind of take it from there. And big favorites have crushed early in the season. I think that's the reason we see some inflated lines this week.
Check them out. It's prosportsinfo.com and on Wager Talk TV, right?
Yeah, in fact, it's a busy day of Wager Talk TV. I've got 3 straight shows starting in about 10 minutes here. I'm doing Wager Talk today, then the baseball show, and then a college football show later this afternoon. They're all live, but of course, more importantly, they're archived 24/7. And earlier today, we hit 100,000 subscribers on Wager Talk TV.
Wow.
So it's a big day. We crossed 29 million views yesterday. So check it out, Wager Talk TV on YouTube, wagertalk.com. And don't forget about the Wager Talk TV app on your favorite device.
Unbelievable. That's fantastic. All right, Steve, I appreciate you. Have another great weekend.
Thanks, Tom.
We're going to break. When we come back, we'll tell you what number caller you need to be to play Beat the Big Dog next on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for their 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers their members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite leagues, including college football and the NFL. They've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest European slots, and their live dealers are waiting for you at the tables. Sign up at BetUS.com and use the promo code WZZN. That's BetUS.com and the promo code WZZN.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
The best local sports talk with the best in college football. A perfect combination. Hi, this is Chris Stewart. Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
I'm ready.
And welcome back.
Time to set you up for Beat the Big Dog. This segment of the show is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford. At Woody Anderson Ford, they've got everything covered for you there. Whether you got a Ford or not, the service department can take care of your rig. Woody Anderson Ford. Don't forget, the inventory is growing in the not only the new, but the gold-certified pre-owned vehicles as well. They are like new, and the prices are fantastic. Take a look at that at WoodyAndersonFord.com. All right, I'll tell you what, Grizz, let's make it easy. Let's make it easy. So you got a clue now, right? You got a clue as to some of the games that are going to be. You don't know all of the games, but you know some of the games that are going to be there. Grizz never really knows until we pick the games, just like you, the listener. Now, I know the games because I'm the one that select what games we're going to pick. But I'll tell you what. Let's go with, what do you say, Grizz? Let's go with caller number.
I got it.
How about caller number 2?
Caller
make it
number
easy.
2.
Caller number 2. All right, clear the lines. Caller number 2, 256-576-4977. Caller number 2 will play Beat the Big Dog. If you beat me, you get tickets to the TransPerfect Music City Bowl coming up on New Year's Eve at 11 o'clock, 25th annual TransPerfect Music City Bowl. You'll get your shot. One caller gets their shot next, right here on 97.7 ESPN. The Zone.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, a new 10-year, $115 million contract for Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney. Deal runs through the 2031 season. His average salary of $11.5 million makes him the second highest paid coach in the sport, trailing only Alabama's Nick Saban. It all starts tonight as the Rams welcome the Bills in the NFL season opener. Buffalo's a 2.5-point favorite on the road. FPI gives LA a 56% chance of winning the game. Meanwhile, ESPN's Adam Schefter is reporting Rams quarterback Matt Stafford underwent an off-season procedure on his right elbow to deal with the pain he experienced last season and to help him prepare for this season. According to sources, Stafford is said to feel better today than he did at this time last year. Over the weekend, Rams coach Sean McVay said he'd have no issues with Stafford throwing 50-plus passes against Buffalo.
From the Alabama Crimson Tide to the Atlanta Braves, we are 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Thom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for their 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers their members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite leagues, including college football and the NFL. They've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest European slots, and their live dealers are waiting for you at the tables. Sign up at BetUS.com and use the promo code WZZN. That's BetUS.com and the promo code WZZN.
Organizations using Salesforce know how powerful the platform is and how much time, money, and headaches it saves if it's set up right and you know how to use it. Let's face it, Salesforce is complicated and time-consuming to figure out, and a lot can go wrong now and down the road without expert help. That's why most Salesforce users work with an implementation partner like Higher Echelon, so they get the absolute most out of their Salesforce investment. Higher Echelon is a 5-star Salesforce consulting partner who won Salesforce Military Hiring Partner of the Year. President Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets. He puts that experience to good use at Higher Echelon, where they pride themselves on hiring veterans. Look, not all Salesforce partners are the same. Don't put your company at risk by going with an inferior partner. Higher Echelon is the trusted partner you can count on to get you up and running and seeing returns on your Salesforce investment in a fraction of the time it would take if you go it alone. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com to learn more. Go higher and go Army.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A beautiful Thursday afternoon across North Alabama, southern and middle Tennessee. A mostly to partly sunny sky. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. I don't think it's going to be as humid this afternoon as it has been over the last couple of days. Not really any rain in the forecast this afternoon either. Enjoy Thursday while you can because everything goes downhill as we head into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms through Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Activity only becomes more widespread the later we get. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Listen to Madison Academy football all season long.
And it is covered up by the Mustangs in the end zone. Touchdown Madison Academy. Touchdown Madison Academy.
On 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live, here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
And welcome back to the Thom Abraham Show. It's time now for the one and only BetUS.com Beat the Big Dog.
You know, there are rules to success, my friend. Rule number one is know what you know what you don't know, and know that I got to know everything you know as soon as you know it.
I don't know why that drops like that in volume. I don't know who did that. I didn't do that. Did I do that? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. All right, it's time for Beat the Big Dog. Don't be a lemon. That's all I
don't know how to say this without sounding a little rude, but you're a lemon.
You're a lemon. Like Crimson Carl, who I'm sure thinks that he's beaten me like 15 times. Everybody says they've beaten me in the Beat the Big Dog, but maybe he has. I don't know. But he is up to play Beat the Big Dog. Crimson Carl, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are y'all?
Fantastic. Have you ever beaten me and Beat the Big Dog?
I did one time, yes.
One
Not
time.
15.
Okay. Not 15. Okay. For the record, to start the season, I am 4-2. Listeners are also 4-2. So my record against you guys is 0-1. And Grizz, by the way, is 2-4 as we'll track his performance throughout the season here this week. So maybe Grizz for the season long can beat the Big Dog. We'll see how that all works out. All right, so I have, Crimson Carl, I have 3 NFL games and I have 3 college games. Do you want to pick first on the college game, or do you want to pick first on the first game, or do you want to pick first on the second game?
I'll pick first.
All right, so you're going to hear Grizz's opinion first, and then you make your selection. So we're going to start with tonight's game, Grizz. The Bills are minus 2.5 at the Rams. So the Rams plus 2.5 at home. What do you got?
I'm going with the Bills. It's pretty close. I think clearly either team could win the game. It's going to be tough for. I don't know what the record is for Super Bowl winning teams. What their record is opening week. So, but I think no OBJ on the Rams. The Bills are still trying to be something. So I think they're going to give them their all in that first week. I think the Bills are going to come out and win it.
All right, Carl. He says Bills tonight. The Bills are -2.5 at the Rams. What do you got?
Well, I'm thinking, Stafford still could be a little suspect, so I'm going with Grizz with the Bills.
All right, so I'm going to go opposite of both of you guys. They're going to unfurl that banner. Aaron Donald's going to have a red ass. Now, look, having said that.
Hit somebody with a helmet.
Keep in mind, he should be suspended for this game. Keep in mind, my fantasy quarterback is Josh Allen.
You need him to do good.
Yeah, my fantasy defense is the Bills. All right, I don't know how this happened. The Junkyard Babes fantasy kicker is Tyler Bass. By the way, she stayed with Team 10, if you know what I'm saying.
It should have been the Bass Queen.
Well, it made a lot of sense, though, Team 10. You know what I mean?
But the Bass Queen.
She's kind of a 10, Anyway, having said all of that, I'm going to take the Rams. I'm taking a homestanding team. Bills go all the way across the country. I think they're overhyped. I take the Rams. I'll take the 2.5 points at home. All right, game number 2. Alabama is -20.5 at Texas. This is a startling number. It really is. On the road in Austin. You would think that Steve Sarkisian will have something, but you know what? Quinn Ewers is playing his second game. Will Anderson says this is his first game against a defense like this. Alabama's going to go out there and do their thing. I think that they will. I think it actually could be a bit of a game in the first half. I think Alabama pulls away in the second. Remember, this is going to be 100,000 people all screaming against Alabama. This isn't a neutral site game. This is at Austin. Having said all of that, I'm going to very trepidatiously lay the 20.5. I don't think I would go 21.5, but I'll lay the 20.5 at Texas. Grizz, what do you think?
Yeah, roll Tide. I think Alabama's going to stomp all over them. I think they're going to win by 24, 27 points.
All right. What do you think, Crimson Carl? We know what your nickname is.
Tide.
It didn't take you long to say that, didn't it? No analysis or nothing from you two guys. Just Alabama. Just roll Tide. That's it. That's what you brought to the table. Roll Tide.
We'll see if this quarterback is worth all the money.
Quinn Ewers?
That's all I got to say. Yeah, Quinn Ewers.
All right. Grizz, you go first on this one for Crimson Carl. Tennessee -6.5 at Pitt. What do you think?
Oh yeah. I definitely think Tennessee all over them. That offense, it's not an SEC team. It's Pitt without Kenny Pickett and Jordan Addison. Definitely. UT.
He says, yeah, no.
Go Vols. Go Vols.
Yeah, no. Go Vols, Carl. That's what he says. He says, yeah, no. Not an SEC defense. Go Vols. What do you think? 6.5.
That means that Pitt is the underdog, correct?
Pitt is getting 6.5 at home. Yeah, Tennessee would have to win by more than 7. Or 7, more than 6.5. Yeah.
I'm not a Vols fan at all. But, I did watch the Pitt West Virginia game, and I think they're a little suspect, so I'm going to go with Tennessee also.
All right, so you're taking Tennessee there. I'm also going against you guys on this one. I will take the homestanding Pitt Panthers. I still got to see it in a big game like this. Pitt, at Pitt, I think it's going to be a very physical football game. I like the way Pitt played them last year in Tennessee at Neyland Stadium. I think that there's a confidence factor there. You're giving me 6.5. This game should be 3.5. I think Tennessee can win this football game at 3 or 4 points. 3 or 4 points. But I'll take the 6.5 at home with Pitt. All right, our next game. I'm first on this one. Kentucky gets 5.5 at the Florida Gators. Now, the Gators got that win over Utah. Are they going to? How much confidence do they get off of that? Kentucky comes in. Will Levis, a lot of hype about him. I don't like the way. I didn't think that they were overly dominant last week. It's going to be hot as all get out down there. I don't like this line, though. This is too many points here. I think Florida wins this game. I think it's a close game, but I'm going to take the Kentucky Wildcats with the 5.5. Too many points. What do you think, Chris?
I have to agree with you. I think it's going to be too close. I think Kentucky's going to run the ball really well on Florida, and let's see if they can contain Anthony Richardson. So I'm going to go Kentucky on this one.
All right, what do you think, Carl?
Kentucky, they can't handle Florida. I'm going with Florida.
All right, you're going to take Florida. They got to win by 5.5 or more. All right, in our next game, you guys are first. All right, Grizz, here you go. Your Atlanta Falcons are getting 5.5 large at home against the Nolens Saints. What do you think?
Go Dirty Birds. Go Dirty Birds. Jameis Winston throws 4 picks in the game.
All right, what do you think, Carl?
I got to take New Orleans.
I don't.
Come on, Carl.
Yeah, I don't. I'm with Grizz. I'm taking the ATL on this one here. Again, 5.5 at home. I am a Marcus Mariota fan. I'm sorry. I am a Marcus Mariota fan. I think that and keep in mind, this is, I mean, the schedule makers, they know what they're doing, right? This is the 1 and 2 pick from the 2015, 2016 draft? 2018 draft, I think. Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, and but they were drafted by different teams. But it was then. I think 20. What was it, Chris? 2015.
Yeah, it was 15, I believe.
All right, first and second pick in the 2015 draft.
15. Yeah,
I
said it in my head first.
I like Mariota. I like Kyle Pitts. I think that the ATL at home here. I think again, it would not be surprising to see the Saints win a close game here. I mean, they could kick a field goal and win this game by 3. But I'll take the Atlanta Falcons. I like the home dog. All right, in our last game, I'm picking first on this one. The New England Patriots. This is Mac Jones versus Tua Tagovailoa. The New England Patriots get 3.5 at the Dolphins. Hot, steamy, sticky. Tua, Tyreek, Jalen. Too much Dolphins. Mac Jones, love you, brother. I don't like the hook here. But I think the Dolphins are the better football team all the way around. I like the Dolphins here. I'll lay the 3.5 to win this game by at least a touchdown. What do you think, Grizz?
No, I think the Patriots are coming in and they're going to win this ball game. I think they're going to rely heavily on Damian Harris, and hopefully we'll see what their defense looks like. So I'm going with the Patriots here.
So you're saying wrong team is favored?
Yes.
You're saying Patriots
yes,
for
Lee
the
Sterling,
win.
wrong team favored.
Wrong team is favored. He says Patriots. All right, what do you think,
Not
Carl?
like Utah.
Miami or the Patriots? Miami lays 3.5 to the Patriots at home.
I think too much waddling cheetah. So I'll go with Miami.
All right, so in summation, all right, I like the Rams tonight getting 2.5 at home. You guys like the Bills. We all like Bama laying 20.5 at Texas. I have got Pitt plus 6.5 at home against Tennessee. You both like Tennessee. Grizz and I like Kentucky getting 5.5 at Florida. Carl, you like Florida. Grizz and I like the ATL getting 5.5 at home. You got New Orleans. And I like Miami. You like Miami, Carl. We're on the same side of that one. Grizz has got the Patriots there. So good luck with this, Carl. We'll see how you do Monday.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all's time, and y'all do a great job.
All right, thank you. That's Crimson Carl getting in on this edition of Beat the Big Dog. So, Grizz, for you and I, we are opposite on just 2 games.
Correct.
No, 3 games.
No,
We're opposite on 3 games. Bills,
Yeah.
Kentucky, or Tennessee, Pitt, and Patriots, Miami.
Correct.
So there's going to be some separate. Something's going to happen here.
I went like everybody on the left. Like literally everyone I wrote on the left, I just underlined them for some reason.
So
that's
there
kind
you
of how
go.
it worked out.
It's the left. So you went with the left.
Side. No, the left
All
side.
right, whatever the left was, you lefty.
I looked at the points, though, too.
I knew it. I knew you were one of them lefties. You lefty.
I'm
All right,
the right to choose.
I hear you. All right, we're going to break in here. When we come back, Matt Patterson is up next, head football coach of Buckhorn, previewing tonight's Cotton Classic against Hazel Green. That's Hazel Green, not Hazel Green. Hazel Green. That's easy for me to say. That game's coming up tonight. Coach Patterson's coming up next right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tonight, the NFL returns for the 2022 season. The Buffalo Bills at the LA Rams. Buffalo a 2.5-point road favorite. They're a plus 550 favorite to win the Super Bowl this season. The Bucs at plus 750. The Chiefs and Packers each at plus 1,000, and the Rams at plus 1,200. The Major League Baseball regular season beginning to wind down. MVP races appear down to Paul Goldschmidt at minus 2,000 in the National League ahead of Nolan Arenado at plus 1,600. In the AL, Aaron Judge a heavy favorite minus 900. Shohei Ohtani plus 500. Red Hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwiners.com.
I'm Trey Westerberg, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Thom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for their 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers their members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite leagues, including college football and the NFL. They've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest European slots, and their live dealers are waiting for you at the tables. Sign up at BetUS.com and use the promo code WZZN. That's BetUS.com and the promo code WZZN.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing: helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama A&M University football. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com and view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see ya in a Kia. Go Bulldogs!
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A beautiful Thursday afternoon across North Alabama, southern and middle Tennessee. A mostly to partly sunny sky, temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. I don't think it's going to be as humid this afternoon as it has been over the last couple of days. Not really any rain in the forecast this afternoon either. Enjoy Thursday while you can because everything goes downhill as we head into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms through Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Activity only becomes more widespread the later we get. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Touchdown, Alabama! No look pass inside, but he got to go to play.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
And welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. This segment of the show brought to you by Logan Hoffman and the hometown lenders of Hazel Green that bring us Coach Matt Patterson from the Buckhorn Bucks every week. And this is a little bit of a different deal as Buckhorn playing tonight. And again, the game will start on Zone 2 during the Nick Saban Show. You'll be able to pick it up on Zone 2. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll switch over to the over-the-air signal, so you'll be able to hear it there as well. The 61st annual Cotton Classic, and we are joined now by Matt Patterson. He, of course, is on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline as always. Coach, welcome in. How are you?
Man, doing good, Tom. How about you this morning?
I'm fantastic, and although scrambling like crazy, you know, Monday was a holiday for us. I know for you guys, I'm sure you practiced and did what you do. But, boy, this move to a Thursday, and that's one thing when you got a Thursday night game and it's planned and you can kind of lay out the entire schedule, but it's another thing when it gets changed like this. How have you guys handled the change to a Thursday night game?
Well, we really haven't changed anything other than just the game time. We practiced our normal Wednesday practice yesterday, and helmets and shoulder pads like we always do. Same routine, same scripts. I didn't want to throw too much change at the kids. You know, Thursday is typically just about an hour, helmets only kind of dress rehearsal, go through the motions kind of deal, just to check, make sure we got all our special teams. Yep, that chart is correct. Go through our opening scripts, go through our checks defensively, and, you know, we get it. We try to get them out here at 3:30 on Thursday and let them have an evening off. So, no changes for us, man. We just we can't and did a 4:30 to 6 practice. Let them have the, you know, an extended morning. Let them get some rest. after a long weekend of watching college football, I hope. And then, Tuesday we got off field about 30 minutes into practice, had a thunderstorm with a lot of lightning come in, and it canceled our 9th grade game. And we went in the gym and we still have a lot of good work done when we go inside. You can work on the mental side. You can work on your assignments and alignments and little things like that. So, I feel like we've had a pretty good week. Would like to have an extra day, but at the same time, with the weather coming in Friday night, it's just, Hedge Green decided we didn't want to chance it that much. So moved it to Thursday because, this is a big game for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is a big game for a lot of people. There's no doubt about that. Just one other schedule note, though. Then you get into your bye week a week early or a day early. So that's kind of a different scenario, too. And it's probably not a bad time to have it, 4 games into the season where you get a chance to kind of lick some wounds, get healthy, get some kids, get some of those dings and dents out of there, and almost kind of have like a little mini second camp to gear up for the second half of the season, if you will.
Oh, absolutely. It's we'll come in Friday and watch film and do some rehab because we know we'll have school, and then we're going to give the JV will play Hazel Green Monday night, and 9th grade will play Sparkman Monday night. We're going to give the varsity Monday practice off, and then we're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and then give everybody another long weekend. Just we're going to go scout. We're going to split up as a coaching staff, and we'll have somebody go watch Gunnersville, somebody go watch Fort Payne, and maybe Jemison or Lee. We're going to get our eyes on our next 4 opponents, and we're going to, I love this bye week. Bye week is either going to be the bye week 4 or the bye week 9 or week 10. And I'd rather have it right now.
Yeah, no, I think it's a perfect time to have it for sure. Matt Patterson with us here talking about this upcoming game against Hazel Green. It's got a name. I think that Jim Harbaugh once said, any games that have trophies in the Big Ten, it's a trophy game, so it's a big game. This has a name. It is the Cotton Classic. They've been playing this thing for 60 years, and so there is that as well. I'm not sure it isn't the Rooftop Classic now. I think all those cotton fields between Hazel Green and Newmarket have been filled up now with homes, but in any event, it always is important. And, I know that Charlie Wilborn hasn't been there, and you haven't been, at Buckhorn that long either. But, Buckhorn's won the last 7 of the last 8, I believe, of these games. So it's an important game because it's a region game and because it's the next game.
Well, that's the thing I tell the kids all week. And it's the next game, it's the region game. Rivalries are important, but, for us, rivalry, it can't be so big that we lose our minds. The rivalry game is for the student bodies. It's for the alumni. It's for all the other people that's been here. It's for all the people that's been Bucks before us. We know we're going out and playing for those folks tonight because, that's the first score they're going to check, and a lot of them will be at the games. So a lot of people, this might be the only game they come to all year. And you know what? That's fine. But we got to go out and we got to take care of business. We got to get back in the win column, and we got to get a record of 2-2 going into the bye week.
Yeah, Matt Patterson with us here talking about the upcoming game tonight. It'll be Buckhorn and Hazel Green. And I mentioned Coach Wilburn. You guys, the coaching fraternity is pretty small. It's pretty tight, but you guys your careers kind of weave together a little bit, right? I mean, Coach Wilburn was at Buckhorn at one particular point in time. Did he follow you as the offensive coordinator at Bob Jones? Because I think he came from Bob Jones, right, to Hazel Green, something along those lines?
I'm not sure if he was the coordinator at Bob Jones or not, but he came in after I left.
Yeah, he came from the Patriots as well, and to take the job at Hazel Green. And here this is his first gig, like you last year, first gig as a head coach. And they flat got whacked week 1. I mean, you saw that score week 1, and I thought it was a misprint, or I thought maybe he had his whole team suspended. They got beat so badly by Sparkman, but you got to give them credit. They have bounced back and played great defense, only allowing 6 points in wins the last 2 weeks against Grissom and Lee. And so what might have looked like one kind of a team after week 1 certainly looks like a formidable foe here after their last 2 games.
Well, people don't realize this too. We've talked about, me and you've talked about it on air. We did spring practice. We knew our team. They got in there so late and didn't get their staff organized till over the summer. They didn't get a chance through spring practice. So, On film, I don't know if they necessarily knew what their strengths and weaknesses were going into game one versus Sparkman. And then, obviously some of those they knew what some of them were, and some of them got exposed. They've done a great job of adjusting to what their strengths are the last 2 weeks, and it's shown. 23-0 versus Grissom, and 25-6 versus Lee. So, hats off to them. I thought they've done an outstanding job offensively and defensively. They got some really talented players, and they're going to come in and not expecting to win like they should. I mean, they're 2-1. They're on a roll, and we got to go to their place tonight and play our best football.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Talk about your squad and, of course, coming off of the loss at Gadsden City. What kind of adjustments do you make? Is this just simply a matter of execution, kids holding blocks a little bit longer, kids getting off of fits defensively and making the plays, or is there some personnel moves that you feel like you have to make as well?
There's always some changes and some moves. Nothing drastic. But first off, I'd like to say that I was very impressed with our defense Friday night. We turned the ball over 5 times offensively, and it don't matter if you're in the NFL, the XFL arena, or Pee Wee. You're going to lose football games turning the ball over 5 times.
Right.
Don't matter. And we put our defense in the hole 4 of the 5 times. It was essentially 2 pick sixes and a pick inside the 20 and a fumble inside the 20, and that resulted in 24 of their 31 points. But other than that, I thought our defense tackled much better than it did against Helena. I thought they flew around to the football. They got some big stops, got a couple of turnovers, and, we just didn't execute offensively as well as we should have in key situations. We did some good things. I thought our tempo was good. We got some things going and got some drives, and then, for whatever reason, we turn the ball over, and I did a really poor job of managing a couple situations in the ball game and some 4th down situations that I take full credit for. But you live and you learn, and you gotta move on. But I thought there was a lot of good that came out of the loss, and that was versus a very good Gadsden City defensive football team.
Yeah,
I feel like Gadsden City is a quarterback away from being really, really good.
Yeah,
6A North, and he's probably another 2 weeks away coming off his shoulder injury. They showed him at times coming in, but I thought Drake Kirkpatrick was as advertised.
Yeah,
I thought the 6'1", the 6'2", 190-pound corner. I remember his name. He was number 7. I thought he's a Division I caliber athlete over there that can lock down the whole side of the field. Very impressed with their defensive front. Their weaknesses is their linebackers, but, they're protected on the back end and the front end. So you really never get to see them be exposed. But Coach Ollie Smith and them do a great job. I fully expect them to start getting on the roll themselves after their first 2 weeks of playing. They played probably the best team in Georgia in Carrollton, and then, one of the top 3 or 4 teams in Alabama in Hewitt. So we'll just kind of have to see how things pan out for the rest of the year for them. But, we learned a lot about ourselves, and, I still like the way our kids come to work this week. They're ready to get back and ready to learn, and, we'll move on to Friday night.
Yeah.
Or Thursday night, excuse me.
Yeah, you got another good game out of Cohen Fielder. Your young sophomore Mike linebacker seems to be tackling everything. But sometimes people look at those tackles and they'll get a little bit misled, and they'll say, "Well, look, the way the defense is designed, he better make 6, 8, 9 tackles a game." I mean, it's kind of everything seems to kind of funnel towards him, and what you're asking your front to do, and what you're asking your outside linebackers to do, your jack linebacker, and so on. You really almost have to have those kind of numbers out of your Mike linebacker and your inside guys, right?
Yeah, we've been pretty consistent there. That's been a huge bright point every week. Cohen's a young guy. Cohen's probably about 6'1", 190, and he really flies around. He's got a huge motor. He works extremely hard. Takes a lot of pride in it. That whole group. I mean, Jordan Edwards, Andre McGrady, Harlan Pitts, Gavin Staley. Then they all do a great job of practice and film work and all the way across the board. That's a really good group of players. I think there's 1 senior in the whole group, so that's really a bright spot moving forward. Same thing up front. I think we got 1 senior on the defensive line moving forward. So I mean, we're we're in a really good spot in the front seven that, I think they've grown up each and every week, Tom. They've been a little bit better each and every week.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing what they can do tonight.
Last week we had Tyler Long on our TLC injury report. You do have a bye coming up. What is the update on him? Is he, with the short week, is he able to go yet, or do you expect him to be game time decision tonight?
Tyler Long will be out for the year. The MRI revealed he's got a slight tear of the ACL. So being a junior, we're going to go ahead and get it fixed and get him back as soon as possible through the rehab process. So everybody was kind of shocked to see it, initially before the MRI, everything
didn't look bad. Yeah, it didn't look that bad.
Didn't look bad. Lean torn a sprain. He'd been walking around, moving on it, and they went in there to do the MRI just to make sure everything was, what everything looked like, and it revealed a slight tear. So we're gonna get that cleaned up. But I tell you what, I was talking to tell his dad yesterday. He found out about it on Tuesday, and I got a text from him that he said, "Hey, give me a call." Well, then here he comes running. It comes basically jogging into the gym with his helmet and his jersey on. And I was like, "Oh, hey, that's good news." He said, "I got a tore ACL." Like, daggum, Tom. He's been at practice every day with his stuff on, coaching his group. What type of lead? I mean, there ain't many 15-year-old kids that will come in here and do that.
Yeah.
And been in the meetings and coaching up his replacement. They've been really, really proud of that. That's I think that says a lot about him and his position coaches and his position group. And, these kids really care for each other, man. That's a really good bond. And, hate it for him, but he'll be back better than ever. The way surgeries are this day and age, you'll come back from a knee surgery with a better knee than what you had going in.
Yeah, the TOC surgeons are outstanding. They'll, I'm sure, take care of him in a great way. Matt Patterson with us here. All right, finally, to your offense. It does take a couple of weeks sometimes, especially when you're making a change at quarterback and so on, to figure out what is the personality of your team. And it feels like first down is very important too, right? I mean, it feels like you have to be, you can't get behind, you can't get off par. You got to be, 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, something like that. That first down is important because it just looks like the nature of this team. It's not a team that's going to chuck the ball around 30 times. You have got to get off on first down and keep yourself ahead of the sticks, as they say. Am I misreading that?
No, not at all. We got to be great on first down where you can get to second and medium and, anything can go.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there in second and long or third and long where everybody knows what you're doing. We got to find balance, and balance isn't necessarily run past being equal. Balance is doing whatever we want to do when we want to do it. Mm-hmm. And, I kind of felt like we had really good balance versus Madison County. I felt like we had good balance in probably the first quarter and a half versus Helena. We got in some bad field position. The field got flipped on us, and that kind of changes your aggression a little bit, so to speak. And, last week, there was times where we moved the football and we did some things. But, again, tip your hat to Gadsden City, man. They got some dudes, and their guys showed up Friday night and won a lot of the small battles on the field that people don't really see when you look at the big picture and you see 11 people out there. There's a lot of small battles that they won that we needed to win to make a play happen.
Right.
So, that's the game of football. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You got to learn from those mistakes, and you got to keep going forward. You can't feel sorry for yourself, and things like that. It's games, and that's why they keep score. There's going to be a winner and a loser. If they didn't keep score, people wouldn't come to the game because people want to see people win, and that's what we got to do. We got to get back on the good side of the column, and like I said, it's you get a chance to go again this week and make up for those mistakes. Yeah,
and this region is going to be, I think, very tight. It doesn't feel like there's anybody that's going to necessarily separate. So it's be huge to get that first region win. May Jemison and Lee going at it tonight. Fort Payne and Gadsden City will play tomorrow. But it feels like everybody is kind of bunched together and in a, so for those region games, it's going to just be so huge for you guys to see if you can go ahead and get another win in the Cotton Classic. Matt Patterson has been our guest. Coach, we wish you the best of luck tonight. We'll see you at the stadium.
All right, Tom. See you at 6.
Matt Patterson, excellent job. Those guys will bounce. They'll bounce back. Believe me, that team will recover, and I fully expect them to play clean, good football tonight. All right, we'll get a quick break in here. We will come back with a final segment next, right here. It's the Thom Abraham Show. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hello, this is Kerry Rosenblum Realty, and we're part of that MA family. It's great to see football season back in, and we're at Rosenblum Realty trying to take care of all your real estate needs, whether home buying or selling. We'd like for you to put our 64 years of experience to work for you. We have 4-generation family ownership, and again, take a personal touch to taking care of your real estate needs. Call us at 256-539-9501 or rosenblumrealty.com.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. I'm sorry, I can't operate on that vehicle.
But doctor, you took an oath.
That RV, it's my son's RV.
Oh, doctor, isn't there anything you can do?
I'm not a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm an RV surgeon, trained to save the lives of large, injured recreational vehicles, which is definitely a real profession.
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com. Organizations using Salesforce know how powerful the platform is and how much time, money, and headaches it saves if it's set up right and you know how to use it. Let's face it, Salesforce is complicated and time-consuming to figure out, and a lot can go wrong now and down the road without expert help. That's why most Salesforce users work with an implementation partner like Higher Echelon, so they get the absolute most out of their Salesforce investment. Higher Echelon is a 5-star Salesforce consulting partner who won Salesforce Military Hiring Partner of the Year. President Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets. He puts that experience to good use at Higher Echelon, where they pride themselves on hiring veterans. Look, not all Salesforce partners are the same. Don't put your company at risk by going with an inferior partner. Higher Echelon is the trusted partner you can count on to get you up and running and seeing returns on your Salesforce investment in a fraction of the time it would take if you go it alone. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com to learn more. Go higher and go Army.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. But it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Thom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Do you know that your car or truck or SUV may be worth up to 30 or 40% more than it was last year? It's true. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and now is the perfect time to trade in and trade up to a gold certified or blue certified pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or crossover. While our new vehicle inventory continues to build back, our Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles are nearing 100 models to choose from, and a good variety too. Woody Anderson Ford Gold certified vehicles are 6 years or younger with less than 80,000 miles and have passed 172-point inspection by factory certified technicians. They have a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee, a great comprehensive limited warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and go home with full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Get nearly a new ride and none of the worries. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A beautiful Thursday afternoon across North Alabama, southern and middle Tennessee. A mostly to partly sunny sky. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. I don't think it's going to be as humid this afternoon as it has been over the last couple of days. Not really any rain in the forecast this afternoon either. Enjoy Thursday while you can, because everything goes downhill as we head into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms through Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Activity only becomes more widespread the later we get. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Online at 977ESPN.com.
Stream them online.
Call in.
It's an important job, and it's an vital organization.
Tweet in and join in. We are 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
At North Alabama Mortgage. At North Alabama Mortgage, they have the perfect product for you. They'll get you pre-approved so that when you make your offer on the property that you're looking to buy, you're ready to close because you're already pre-approved. Not pre-qualified. Don't confuse pre-qualified with pre-approved. You need to be pre-approved, and the way to do that is with North Alabama Mortgage. Don't forget about the refi market as well. This is a great time to refi. Pull some of that cash out of your property and do something that you need for other expenses. The rates are still very, very affordable, so you want to check that out as well. It's North Alabama Mortgage, and thank you to Brian Hamaker and his entire team stepping up, helping us bring you Madison Academy football, which is off this week, Army football, which is on this week, and Army will be on the Blitz again this week. But we appreciate those guys. They do a great job. They also support the Crawdads Countdown to Kickoff show, and of course, the Thom Abraham Show. They've been doing that for years, as well as Bassmaster Radio. I mean, the guy's there for everything, and he does a tremendous job. That's North Alabama Mortgage. Give them your business. All right, phone lines are open, 256-5764-97.7. That will get you in. Greg Gumbel is a pompous ass, just like his pompous ass brother. Greg Gumbel, who I like to call Mumble Gumble, had this to say about sports radio. Greg Gumbel. Not Bryant Gumbel, the other pompous-ass Gumbel that was a studio host and then ends up doing the, that HBO show, Real Sports. Talking about Greg Gumbel, the CBS Sports play-by-play guy who was a studio host as well. He said, quote, "I'm not a big fan of sports talk radio because people who listen to sports talk radio strike me as being anxious to be told what to do."
Huh?
I certainly don't need someone yelling at me. I don't need anyone trying to tell me what I should think about this pitcher for the California Angels, who I can watch for myself and make my own judgments. Close quote. First of all, this is what Greg Gumbel, the pompous ass, thinks about you. That you are a bunch of people that are anxious to be told what to think. Nobody's trying to tell you what to think. We're telling you what we think, and then you use that to make up your own mind about what you think.
It's despicable.
He went on to say there apparently is a huge audience for sports talk radio. There apparently? Yeah, apparently, Greg. There is a huge audience for sports talk radio because people want to be entertained, unlike what you give us on your play-by-play when you do a game. You are not an entertainer. You are somebody that gives us down distance and time on a clock and a score. You are not an entertainer. We are entertainers, using sports as the backdrop. He said, quote, if you're just tuning in to hear people argue and scream and shout, that's fine. Good luck to you. Good luck in your early grave. Because I think it's the most ridiculous thing on the planet. I have not heard in my lifetime more than an hour's worth of sports talk radio, and most of it that I've heard is the lead in or lead out from an interview that I might have done on the station. Pompous ass. The hell do you know about it then? What do you know about it if you've only heard, quote, an hour of sports talk radio in your entire life? How are you making this decision on what you call the most ridiculous thing on the planet? You know what I think is ridiculous? Somebody who's never heard the product talk about the product. Of course, when he was doing this interview, he was reminded that he actually had a sports talk show on WFAN in New York. He said that's when he learned to hate it. He said, quote, I was at WFAN. I was WFAN's very first morning man when the station first began. They asked me if I wanted to do the morning radio, and I said, sure. It was something new and different, and I thought I would try it. About 3 or 4 months into a 3-year contract, I knew it wasn't for me because I am not a guy who wants to sit there and argue, and yet that's what the listening audience wants. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. Close quote. You snowflake, you. What, you're afraid of a little good-natured sports debate, you snowflake? Greg Gumbel. Just tell me how much time is left in the quarter, Greg. Your ability begins and ends with telling me what down it is and what the score is, okay? Because you have no entertainment value, you pompous ass. Good luck in your early grave? Because I think it's the most ridiculous thing on the planet. Of course, he was a sports talk host on a 3-hour show for 3 or 4 months into a 3-year contract before he knew it wasn't for him. And he says he's never heard more than an hour's worth of sports talk radio in his life. You pompous ass, you. Greg Gumbel. I mean, are there any two personalities in the sports entertainment business that are more pompous and look down their nose at you more than Bryant and Greg Gumbel? The Mumble Gumble brothers. Is there anybody that holds you in a lower esteem than the Mumble Gumble brothers? That's all I got to say about that. Here on my sports talk radio show that I've been doing for 25 years. The hell out of here. Tell me about my business when you don't pay attention to this business. They want to hear about it. All right, one other note. Grizz, you're a Jersey guy? I am not really a Jersey guy as much as you are. But I know you.
The last jersey I have is a Ridley jersey, so I need to get a new one.
You need a new jersey. Have you heard this? Fanatics has opened up with a line of jerseys, college jerseys with players' names on them.
Ooh.
And they are giving a percentage of the money goes back to the players. We don't know what that percentage is, but the players will get a percentage of the money that is sold on the jerseys, and they're from Fanatics. So Fanatics gets licensing from the NCAA.
Yeah.
They do a deal with players. I don't know if they did it with specific players because there's no players union. It's not like it's going to the NCAA players, association and then getting sent out to the players. So they did a deal with Bryce Young. They did a deal with the Travis kid at Florida State. They did a deal with certain guys, and they're going to sell these jerseys $140 a piece. The assuming is that these are authentic
$100
jerseys. I mean, I don't know. What would you pay for a jersey to add Young to the back of your Bryce Young number 9? Or is it a Jordan Battle jersey?
Will Anderson jersey.
One that says Young/Battle. Both guys that wear the number 9 have both their names on the back of the jersey, so you don't have to buy 2 jerseys.
That'd be better.
Get a way to go. All right. God, it feels like a Friday because we got high school football tonight. But it's not. Coming up next, the Chuck Oliver Show. Then it'll be Paul Feinbaum. Then the drive out at Baumhauer's. Then the Nick Saban Show and Hey Coach. Then we'll have the Cotton Classic. All right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, a new 10-year, $115 million contract for Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney. Deal runs through the 2031 season. His average salary of $11.5 million makes him the second highest paid coach in the sport, trailing only Alabama's Nick Saban. It all starts tonight as the Rams welcome the Bills in the NFL season opener. Buffalo's a 2.5-point favorite on the road. FPI gives LA a 56% chance of winning the game. Meanwhile, ESPN's Adam Schefter is reporting Rams quarterback Matt Stafford underwent an off-season procedure on his right elbow to deal with the pain he experienced last season and to help him prepare for this season. According to sources, Stafford is said to feel better today than he did at this time last year. Over the weekend, Rams coach Sean McVay said he'd have no issues with Stafford throwing 50-plus passes against Buffalo.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone. As the Atlanta Braves battle for another postseason run.
Throw comes in, and it got him! Oh, my goodness, what a throw!
It's also the start of football season. We've got you covered right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Georgia, it's time to talk college football with the reigning king of college football, Chuck Oliver, on Southern Sports Today.
The biggest game of week 2, and there will be conclusions to draw. Let's have some guardrails. It is the Chuck Oliver Show on a Thursday, and I hope everybody is having just a glorious day. Wherever it is you're listening to us, whenever it is, maybe it's live. We're hither and yon all throughout South, Deep South, Southeast, wherever. You can get us. Dan says we have an app. I don't have the app, but Dan says we have an app, and it's free, and that means you can push a button and literally hear the show whenever and wherever you want.
It's glorious.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Stoltz.
I'm Ashley Kelsey.
Tyler Benson.
I'm Brandon Brown.
And we are the Stoltz Group. We are a full-service real estate team here in Huntsville, Alabama with Amanda Howard Sotheby's International Realty. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home or relocate, we'd love the chance to work with you. Feel free to call us anytime at 256-799-9033, or you can visit our website at stoltzgroup.com. And again, our phone number is 256-799-9033.
Seven times last year.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Bills. NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Sweet Home is brought to you. On to the players.
Finally.
Hometown Lenders was founded right here in North Alabama on old school principles. We like to call them the 4 Ps. The best products, the best processes, competitive pricing, and of course, the best people. It's why we're one of America's fastest growing mortgage lenders. We're now adding a 5th P, the Hometown Promise. If we don't close on time, you don't pay a dime. Yes, you heard that right. On time, every time, or we refund 100% of our fees.
David Norwood with Joseph Carter Realty in Jasper, Alabama is a top-selling agent for Smith Lake. David is a retired high school football coach who will win for you with all your real estate needs. So if you're looking for a property in the Smith Lake area, give David a call at 205-529-2920 or visit josephcarterrealty.com. David is a proud supporter of Buckhorn football, so give him a call today, again at 205-529-2920.